Hi everyone, welcome to The Outfit. I'm Chris and today we'll be going over the Bluetti AC300 paired with the B300 battery system. Now this is an all-in-one modular power system and it is the biggest and most powerful in the Bluetti range. So this can power all of your appliances either off-grid, in a vehicle, or even as a backup power station. Now this can be a full replacement for a standard petrol generator, and today I'm going to go over some of the features that it packs and go into a little bit of detail and some real-world testing. Now this is a super technical unit, so I'm not going to go over all of the bells and whistles with it because it would take ages, but I will go over the main features and kind of what you want to know as the consumer, right? So the AC300 needs to be paired with a B300 battery pack, and that can actually stack to 4 battery packs in total. Now each battery is 3072 watt hours, so actually really big on their own, and then if you stack all 4 you get 12,288 watt hours, which is mega. So you can definitely charge an off-grid setup for a long time without needing any charge at all. Now the system itself, the AC300 has a built-in 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter, which is well and truly all that you're going to need. So that's going to enable you to charge induction cooktop, a fridge as well. It'll let you do air conditioning. It's pretty much everything you're really going to need in a setup like this. Now another really great feature about this system is that it can take a full 3000 watts of AC input when we're charging the batteries up, as well as 2400 watts of solar input at the same time. So you can charge the B300 up lightning fast. Alright, now the system itself, the AC300 comes with a really nice touchscreen, which is sensitive, easy to use, and that's paired with a really cool Bluetooth app, which works really well, shows you the power coming in, the power coming out, easy to manage, and that means you don't have to be right at the unit to see what's going on. You can be somewhere else as long as you got your phone and some Bluetooth range. It works really well. Now the units themselves look really well built. They've got handles on them, so they're nice and portable, good ports for airflow. They look durable. I could imagine having 4 of these big batteries stacked up in the corner in your off-grid setup would look awesome, and it would give you that peace of mind that if a cyclone rolls through or if you get an unexpected power cut, you are not going to lose any kind of your ability to cook, to clean, have air conditioning going on. Everything's still running fine. Or even in one of your smaller setups, this could actually run as a full off-grid power station if you've got enough solar, so that you don't ever have to actually even plug into the grid. Okay, so I'll just briefly touch on all of the inputs and outputs on the AC300 itself, and then go over a little bit of the touchscreen as well. Okay, so top left we've got our DC output. So we've got a 12 volt 30 amp output, and we have a 24 volt 10 amp output, which looks a bit like your car charger. Then in the center we've got the touchscreen. Main big middle shows the percentage of your B300. At the moment we're at 81%. Now if you have more than one, they connect in parallel, and that'll just read out as your total battery percentage in the middle, which is handy. Now top left we've got PV, which is your solar input. Then below that we've got DC load, so whatever we're charging via DC, nothing at the moment. Top right we've got grid, so that'll be the AC coming in and charging the battery. And then below that we have AC load, so that's AC out, so that'll be running our appliances. Alright, then we've got settings, pretty basic. You can change language settings, input sources, output voltage, things like that. Then we've got a data, so info, things like that, and then an alarm which you can set up as well. So moving over to the DC output, so at the top here we've got a USB-C 100 watt, so a nice big powerful USB-C, so that means you can charge things like your actual tablet as well, not just your phones. Below that we've got USB-A, sort of your standard USB, and next to that USB-A as well, both in different amperages. Above, where you can't see, we've got wireless charging, 2 of them, so you can just lay your phone there if you've got a compatible phone and it will charge without needing any cable at all, which is neat. You've got your main big power button that lights up green, and then below that you've got your 6 AC outputs, so that's from your 3000 watt inverter, just your standard there. And of course you can also use a multi-board if you wanted to, if you really needed to extend that, which you probably wouldn't need to. Okay, and finally around the back here we've got our AC inputs. That's our 220 to 240 volt, which works here for Oceania. Below that we've got DC input, so our solar, and below that a communication interface. Now over here are the big heavy duty high gauge cable to connect the AC unit to the B300 battery, and then this goes in parallel, so you would have another cable that would go from below that to the battery underneath. It's got a little locking function so it can never come undone, and the unit senses if it's not locked, so that's a good safety feature here on the cable. Okay, now let's briefly go over the features of the B300. Now this is the one with the LPF lithium battery cells inside, so high quality lithium cells in these batteries. If you have more than one, they'll all be identical to this. So you've got your 12 volt DC 10 amp output, which is your car charger style. Then you've got USB-C 100 watts, so you can charge not only your phone but your tablets as well. And then your standard USB-A next to it, and your power button. And then above that is just your DC on or off, so we want to turn that on if you are charging DC appliances from that. So again, tons and tons of outputs, so you can charge everything basically. You're not going to run out on these. And then finally around the back we've got our DC input, and then we've got an adapter plug as well as just our main battery lead going in here. Below that is for battery number 2 if you've got more than one set up. Now before we go into some real world testing of the unit, just wanted to show that it does come with a bunch of different cables, because as I said before, it can be charged via AC and DC at the same time via solar. So we've got our solar charging cable, we have our car charging style cable, we have more solar, so multi-input solar cable, and our main power plug as well. So that all comes with the unit. Okay, so now for some real world testing. So we've got a couple of things plugged into the DC output. So we've got my phone plugged in via the 100 watt USB, and we've got our GoPro charging as well, plugged in via the 5 volt 3 amp USB. We've also got from the red cable our twin induction cooktop, and we also have my laptop charging as well. Okay, so we're going to now turn on AC, so AC output on and DC output on as well. Now that'll fire up and start giving us some readings, and just going to turn on the induction cooktop now for us as well. So that'll be a little bit loud because of the fan there, but you'll still be able to hear me. Okay, so now we've got 1275 watts coming out of AC load, and we've got 14 watts on DC. And then on our Bluetooth app, we've basically got the exact same reading here as well, which is nice. So that's very much real-time readings, which is good. So we're at 77% on our B300. When we first got it, we charged up to 100%, but we've actually done a few tests on this ourselves already so that we could familiarize ourselves with the unit. Charged a few things, we're really impressed with it. And then this morning on the induction as well, I made Ange and I hot drinks. So I boiled some water in a pot, and then Ange made breakfast for us, boiled some more water for eggs, and then fried some toast as well for some avocado. And that took us to, it was something like 86% I think it was. So the battery lasts really well because induction is a huge draw, as you probably know. So Ange can switch that off now. And then we go back down to 0 watt AC. So yeah, it's really, really good because I think my computer's charged now as well. So really impressed with the product. It blew us away. Like it looks really good. It's mobile, yeah, it's heavy duty. So far charges things really well. Love that you can have a modular battery system. I think that's a really, really cool feature. And yeah, if you want to know more about the product, because there are a lot of tech specifications that you might want to know about which I haven't covered in this video, head on to the link in our description, and you can also pick up a Bluetti AC300 there as well. Thanks for watching, guys.